The true case of Travis Alexander. This is one of those cases that starts like a love story and ends in absolute horror. A case where obsession, jealousy, and control built up slowly until everything finally exploded. Travis Alexander was 30 years old, living in Mesa, Arizona. He'd survived a childhood full of instability and trauma and rebuilt his entire life through hard work and faith. Friends described him as charismatic, driven, funny, the kind of person people naturally gravitated toward. In September 2006, he met someone who would change the course of his life, Jodi Arias. Their connection was instant. Within weeks, they were inseparable. Jodi converted to Travis's Mormon faith. They spent hours on the phone every night, and their relationship burned hot and fast. But the passion didn't stay romantic for long. Friends later said the relationship became intense, then volatile. Jodi grew jealous, possessive, and unpredictable. Travis tried to break things off, but Jodi wouldn't let go. She hacked into his social media, slashed his tires, and repeatedly showed up to his home uninvited. Even after Travis ended the relationship, they continued a complicated on-again, off-again connection that he struggled to fully escape. By spring of 2008, Travis was trying to move forward with his life. He planned a work trip to Cancun and invited another woman to go with him, something that, according to friends, enraged Jodi. What happened next was planned, deliberate, and truly chilling. In early June, Jodi rented a car, dyed her hair, stole a gun from her grandparents' home, and drove more than 1,000 miles to Travis's house in Arizona. On June 4th, she arrived at his door. What happened inside remains known only through forensic evidence and a digital camera recovered from his washing machine. Earlier that day, images showed Travis and Jodi together. Minutes later, the last photo ever taken of Travis captured him standing in the shower, just moments before the attack. The brutality of the crime shocked even seasoned investigators. Travis fought for his life, suffering 27 stab wounds, a deep slash across his throat, and a gunshot to the head. On June 9th, when friends couldn't reach Alexander, they went to his home and made a chilling discovery: his body in the shower. Suspicion quickly fell on Jodi. Her story kept changing, from denying any knowledge of Travis to blaming intruders, then claiming self-defense. But the evidence told a different story. Her DNA, fingerprints, and the recovered camera all revealed the truth. Her trial became a media spectacle. Over 18 days of testimony, Jodi painted herself as a victim of abuse, a claim refuted by psychological experts and contradicted by evidence. And even the sentencing became its own nightmare. The jury agreed Jodi was guilty of first-degree murder, but they could not agree on whether she should receive life or the death penalty. Twice, jurors deadlocked. In Arizona, that meant the death penalty was off the table. It was then left to the judge to decide. In April 2015, Judge Sherry Stevens sentenced Jodi Arias to life in prison without the possibility of parole, the harshest sentence allowed. The judge later said the brutality of the crime, the cruelty involved, and Jodi's lack of remorse spoke louder than anything else. For Travis's family, the hope was to end nearly 7 years of reliving the horror in courtrooms. But even after her conviction, Jodi has never stopped trying to reshape the truth. From her prison cell, she continues to insist she acted in self-defense, despite evidence so overwhelming that 2 separate juries agreed her actions were premeditated and brutal beyond anything the courtroom had seen. In interviews, in appeal filings, and through the small circle of supporters she still communicates with, Jodi paints herself as the real victim. She blames the media, the prosecutor, the jury, even Travis himself, but never once takes responsibility for what she did. The Alexander family has had to endure this for over a decade, but the truth hasn't changed. The photos, the DNA, the timeline, the stolen gun, the 1,000-mile trip she tried to hide, the sheer violence of the attack. Travis's death devastated those who loved him. His friends remembered him as a man who overcame hardship with hope, who inspired others through his strength and optimism. No appeal, no story, and no rewritten version can erase what happened. Travis's story remains his own, no matter how hard she tries to take it from him. This case remains a haunting reminder of how quickly passion can twist into obsession, and how dangerous it becomes when someone refuses to let go. Please make sure to follow for more true case archives, because some stories should never be forgotten.